Happy Saturday, beautiful souls. This is Shamama hunting out with a new message for the twins, for the energies for this week coming up. Today is May 13th. Happy Mother's Day to all of you out there tomorrow who are celebrating Mother's Day. I always want to start by thanking everyone for liking, subscribing, sharing both my YouTube channel videos and my daily card reads on Facebook as well as Instagram. So thank you all, and for everyone who is new to the channel and to the tribe, welcome. And also thank you to everyone who reached out and scheduled sessions with me, private readings, healing sessions, things like that this past week. Thank you all so much for honoring me. Well, ladies and gentlemen of the collective, it's been a crazy week, right? I want to talk about purging. But first I want to say congratulations to the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine. Truly, the angels are applauding us right now. We are doing so much beautiful work. All this purging that is coming up for us this past week, past couple weeks. Wow, we are really pushing through it and really stepping up to stand in our truth, to heal these things that are still coming up for us. We're really taking on what's being given to us, working through our stuff at a really amazing pace, and really raising our vibration, truly raising our vibration incredibly for both ourselves and for our Divine Masculine. So congratulations, you guys, you're doing so well, and it was really important that I had to tell you that. Something that, you know, my higher selves, my guides, whatever you want to call it, God, really needs you guys to know that you are doing beautifully. So continue exactly the way you're doing things. You're doing wonderful. Okay, so I want to talk about purging and what's been going on. So this morning I had received some messages, and every once in a while I kind of use some time with my friends and from this Twin Flame Collective, and we sit down and we kind of like process the pieces that each of us are getting. So this morning I sat down with one of my dear friends, and we actually put down some thoughts on paper together about the purge and the ego and really being in a heart space and what all of that means. So we know we've been going through these crazy purges very quickly, very up and down. You know, some of us are purging really hard for 1 or 2 days, then getting a day break. Feeling all sorts of physical symptoms, emotional symptoms from this healing process that we're going through. And again, rest assured, these are truly, you know, our opportunities to, these are like our final preparations, I feel like. That last bit of garbage, you just got to get out. Well, that's what we're doing. That's what we're working on. We're clearing this energy, we're clearing these blocks, we're clearing this negativity very rapidly. And it's going to continue over like the next, I want to say the next week or so, really pretty strong still. But the beautiful thing is to know that we are all getting through this really well. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about the purge. And I'm kind of going to, I think I'm going to read this to you guys and see if it kind of makes sense. And this will keep me on track with what I need to say. And then I'm going to do a reading. So yeah, okay. So many people are or have been experiencing purging. If things are coming up and you're having a difficult time with them, know that this is only meant to move you from the place of your head, which is your ego, into a place of your inner knowing, which is your heart space. The ego tries to prevent you from going into your heart space because it wants to hold its place of control. So the ego wants to keep control of you and everything you do. The purpose of the ego mind is to stir up all of your fears, your worries, your doubts, your anxieties, everything that keeps you from moving forward on your path and prevents you from coming into the place of self-love, which is your heart space. Your ego will lie to you and tell you that if you go into your heart space, you will feel all the excruciating pain of your core wounds. You may find yourself resisting the heart out of fear of facing that pain. But the pain is not in facing the core wounds itself. The pain is actually coming from the battle of moving from the ego mind to moving into the heart. So it's kind of like at that stage where your ego is saying, you know, don't go into your heart space, and your heart is saying, it's okay, trust me. There's this battle that goes on. And it's actually that battle between the ego and the heart is what the pain is what the purge is what all the hurt and feelings and fear are about. Because the heart is not a place of pain. The heart is a vessel that holds our feelings. And all the feeling wants is just to be acknowledged. You don't have to sit in the suffering of each of the hurts that you've endured. You just have to acknowledge those hurts. And once you bring them into your conscious awareness and you recognize their existence, then you can release them. You don't have to hold on to it anymore. So when you allow yourself to face your heart space, to go into that heart space, to say, you know what, I'm going to brave it. I'm going to take my chances and face my fears and go into my heart and realize that all that's in my heart is pure love. And where there is pure love, there is no pain, there is no fear. So when we get into that heart space and acknowledge that yes, we've been hurt and those pains and those hurts are there, and we bring them into our conscious awareness and we realize that while we're in that heart space, there is no pain. The pain was just facing the fear to acknowledge those hurts. That's how we move on. That's how we heal those wounds. Purging is surrendering to the fear of experiencing the pain by going into the heart. Once you actually get into the heart space, you will realize there is no pain there. There is only love. To move from your ego headspace to the heart, you gently release all your thoughts so you can come into your center and into a place of feeling. When you let go of the ego mind, you come into your heart space. You can acknowledge that yes, you may have been betrayed, abandoned, felt alone, suffered sexual, physical, or mental abuse, or whatever it is that comes up for you. As incidents come up, don't just sit there in the suffering or in a victim mode. You have to acknowledge that the feelings are coming up. And if they make you cry, then cry. If they make your body want to start shaking, then let it shake. The point is to acknowledge and release each incident as it comes up, so it no longer sits inside of you, so it can't haunt you. The more you purge, the deeper you go into your heart and leave ego behind. In doing this, you are removing the blocks and coming into your worthiness and self-love. And that's what's super important, is just really, really understand, you guys, that the deeper and deeper we get into our heart space, the more we step into love for ourselves. The more we step into love for ourselves, the more we step into love for the divine, the more we step into love with our twin. So this is really important. I also want to talk for a moment about just the place of understanding where everybody's at right now. The divine feminine and the divine masculine are doing massive, tremendous amounts of work right now. And we are coming through this beautifully. I want to remind you all how important it is to understand that at the level the divine feminine is at right now, we are truly in our higher selves. We are our higher selves. So anything that we are directed to do is right. And that's part of trusting who we are and our intuition and our feelings and our emotions and our messages, is that we're at a stage in this journey where being in our higher self means that we are only going to do what is in our highest, greatest good at this point. It will allow us to live in the present. It will allow us to experience every present moment as the right thing. So you know, you might sit there and wonder, you know, in the morning, okay, it's like I got all this stuff to do. When should I do it? Do I need to go do this first, that first, whatever? Just go what you feel. Because whatever you feel you're supposed to do is exactly what you're supposed to be doing at that moment. There are no mistakes. And understanding that even if you do something that you view as a mistake, it's not negative or positive. It's just an experience. So you're living each moment to fulfill an experience, to just move you ahead to the next moment. I hope that makes sense too. But it's really about just trusting yourself and that every choice you make at this point, you are making the right choice. It's trusting your intuition. It's really using your own resources to look inside of yourself. You know, so many of us reach out in the community for confirmation of our messages, of our signs, to other people, to readers like me, to friends, to whoever. We're coming into a place where our higher knowing, our higher self, our inner truth is louder than any message or confirmation that we can get from anybody else at this point. And we really need to step into a place of accepting that. That's part of being our authentic self. That's part of us stepping into who we are and what we need to be doing at this time to continue ahead on our journey, to continue working through these purges, to take these steps forward, to continue and finalize these preparations for union that are coming up. So with that, again, I want to say congratulations, everybody. You're doing so amazingly well. And continue to move forward. Continue to reach out if you need to reach out. Get the healing done. Get the purging done. Feel the feelings and move through them. So this week's reading is really super awesome, you guys, and I'm really kind of excited. It came out really kind of interesting. So what did I use? I used the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, and I also used the Energy Oracle cards. So I'm going to start with the underlying energy of the reading, which I loved, which is the action card. Okay? The shit's moving. This is what this is saying. The underlying energy is that we are truly moving forward. We are charging forward. You know, the feminine is racing forward as the white horse, and the masculine is just following directly behind, right up close behind. And we are moving, and we are moving. And what's been beautiful and what I've noticed is the quicker we're purging, the quicker we're healing, the higher our vibration is going, the quicker, and it's continuing to accelerate the process. So we're continuing to move forward very, very quickly through all the timelines, in really getting to where we need to be. So the Divine Masculine this week actually got some really interesting cards, and we're going to start with the Divine Masculine getting the Ace of Wands. Okay, and the Ace of Wands is truly, and actually the masculine got 3 cards, and all 3 cards for the masculine are Wands cards. Wands are about the 3D. Wands are about passion. You know, I feel like that, you know, this card is saying that the Divine Masculine is finally seeing the hand of God presenting this beautiful gift in the 3D to them. This passion, this love, this true gift of you know, stability, of positive feelings, of growth, of potential. And they're finally realizing, they're like, aha moment. God is speaking to me. God is delivering this to me. You know, all of these things that are coming up in my world right now, all of these changes, all of these feelings are truly for my highest, greatest good. They're hearing this, they're believing it, they're feeling it, and they're actually feeling incredibly, which leads us to the next card, is the Six of Wands. They're feeling successful. They're truly feeling victorious and successful. They're accepting this wand from the divine, and they're taking it, and they're feeling the victory with being able to move forward, knowing that they are supported by the hand of God and by their divine feminine. You know, they are ready to you know, parade themselves into town, you know, holding their staff high and carrying this other wreath, this other crown for their divine feminine, moving toward the divine feminine, and ready to start, you know, really feeling things, bringing them into the 3D, allowing that ego to break down, allowing that soul to start to rise, really starting to feel their heart and their love and that tenderness that they do have inside of them. So the next card I got for the Divine Masculine is a Page of Wands. Okay, and again, here he is, that same wand. You know, he's carrying it here, he's carrying it here. And again, he's carrying it toward the divine feminine. He's walking toward the divine feminine in the reading with his one wand. This is the wand that God has delivered him. This is his divine feminine. He is bringing forth. He is leaving the barren desert with this one beautiful blooming rod, this wand, that he is carrying forth. You know, this is his love, this is his passion. This is bringing things into the physical world, ready to step forward and start making these transformations in his life, acknowledging that they need to be done, connecting that head and heart space, and really feeling like successful in it. Feeling like, hey, this could actually be something that I can do. It doesn't seem so big and scary anymore. Because where there is love, there can be no fear. You know, the opposite of love is not pain. The opposite of love is fear. And if there's love, there can be no fear. We are willing, the divine masculine are willing to push ahead, to get through that barren desert and to move forward with that passion, with that love, and explore their options in the physical world. The clarifying card I got with all of that little set for the divine masculine is the Magician again. And I think I got this the other reading on Monday or Tuesday that I did. And again, it's the divine masculine knows now that they have all their resources. They have all the tools they need, that the hand of God is giving them, okay, this blessing, this wand. And that's all they need to move forward, knowing that their divine feminine is waiting. And I don't say waiting as sitting there twiddling your thumbs waiting. I say waiting as holding space, as being open to receiving them with whatever they bring. So that means accepting them for where they are at on their journey, understanding that they still have work to do, that things may not be perfect in the world or in the relationship right now, but the divine feminine understands that progress is being made, that they are moving forward. They're seeing these small shifts little by little by little as their divine masculine comes to surface again. So divine feminine needs to keep trusting and believing in that and holding that sacred space for their masculine while they themselves are doing their healing and their purging at the same time. So divine masculine, keep moving ahead. Know you have the magic in you to make the things happen, and you are divinely protected. So keep feeling that fire in your heart and keep moving forward. Keep moving forward to your goals, because that's where peace and happiness and joy is going to lie for you, and love. Okay, so for the feminine, we got 2 sword cards, which is really funny, and a major arcana. So the first card for the divine feminine is the King of Swords. And I feel like this King of Swords is sort of a reminder for the divine feminine to get control of your thoughts. Get control of your mind. Again, this talks about the ego, okay? Really, the king is in control. The king is the power, the sovereign, the ruler of stability. And he is in control. The king has all the power. The king is in control. And the divine feminine is being reminded to get your thoughts under control. The fears, the doubts, yes, purge them, but get them under control. Release them. Stay grounded. When the divine feminine gets very much in this headspace, in our thoughts, in our head, that's a sign that we need to really, really ground ourselves. Get into your root chakra, get outside in nature, and really visualize, your legs, your feet, rooting into the ground like a tree would root into the dirt. Feel Mother Earth, feel the energy, feel the stability, because that's what's going to help you get your thoughts and your mind into control. And that's what's going to allow you to set into your heart space. That's what's going to help let you feel your heart space. So divine feminine, keep those thoughts under control. Be the master of your mind. Master your mind through your heart. So the next card for the divine feminine is the Knight of Swords. And I feel like this is the divine feminine, we are so ready. And in our head, we think we are completely ready for our unions. And we are very close. We are coming very close. But this knight wants to charge ahead. Okay, full steam ahead, doesn't have his mask on, sword is up, and he's ready to go to battle. and he's charging toward the divine feminine or the divine masculine. What we need to remember, divine feminine, what I feel like this is telling us is, yes, taking action. Take the action toward your divine masculine to get your thoughts in control, to speak your truthful messages, but don't rush into it, okay? I feel like this is kind of telling us to slow our thoughts down. Be a little more cautious. Be like the king. Don't go rushing off impetuously. Get those thoughts under control first. You know, there are definitely communications, okay? And this also is telling me, you know, there are definitely communications that the divine feminine wants to have with her divine masculine, okay? And this, I feel like, you know, I'm looking at the red cloak on the knight, and the divine feminine feels that these conversations are going to bring great security and stability. Like, this is root chakra to me, the red cloak and the red little tassel-y thing in his hat. That they feel these conversations are going to bring great stability and security to their relationship with the divine masculine. But don't rush it. Don't rush the conversations. Don't try to take complete control over the situation. Allow it to unfold naturally is what I'm hearing, because the next card that we got for the feminine was the High Priestess. Major arcana card, you guys. Divine feminine, I feel like this High Priestess is kind of telling us, slow your roll. Sit with your intuition. The High Priestess is all-knowing. She is all-knowing, all-sensing, all-feeling, very confident, very secure in herself, in who she is, in her truth, in speaking her truth. You know, lots of blue. Again, she has her truth to be spoken, and she just sits there very calmly and peacefully until the opportunity presents itself to be right. This isn't about rushing, okay? So I really feel like this knight being between the king and the High Priestess is reminding us to slow your roll. We know you want to do this quickly. We know the divine feminine has been waiting a long time for this. But I feel that we're being asked and reminded to not be hasty, to take things slow, to proceed forward for our safety and security and stability and speaking our truth with our masculine. But I feel like we need to do it in their time, that we are not supposed to push it, that we're just supposed to listen for our messages and our insights, and we'll know when that time is right. The masculine is really starting to move forward toward the feminine right now, and the next couple cards are going to show that. So the next card I got for the divine feminine, actually, though, is the World card. Okay? And this World card for the divine feminine is just, again, a reminder that if you can be the king of your thoughts and not rush forward and really sit with your intuition and your messages fully, that the world is being delivered to you. Okay? Everything you wanted, everything you could ever dream of that's before you is there. Okay? You will have it all. You know, and it's a 29, which is an 11, which is the 2, which is the twins, which is, you know, we all know 1111 and all of our messages with that. Oh, yeah, and that's so funny because, you know, we've got 29, which is 11, which is literally the card above the High Priestess card, which is the 2, which is also an 11. So I love that, you guys. You know, stepping into our world, we are fine, and there's all this blue on the divine feminine side. So like, look at all the blue in these cards, you guys. And I know I kind of mixed up the order, but whatever, you get the idea. But like, all these cards for the divine feminine are blue. So there's so much speaking of truth that's going to start happening as we come out of these purging cycles that we're going through. But I think it's really important for you guys to continue through these purging cycles and allow the divine masculine to really be silent. Let them do their thing, because they're the ones that are going to start moving toward us. We're not going to have to go charging in. So get into your intuition, get into that peaceful place, get into your higher knowing, because here's what follows next. And these are the Union cards, you guys. So the first card we have for the Union card is the 4 of Cups. And what's funny is I feel like this is the divine masculine coming forth to the divine feminine. And what's funny is all 3 union cards are cups cards, you guys. So I feel like that this is the divine masculine coming forward to the divine feminine, you know, with a small offering, and the divine feminine is like, I know this trick. We've played this game before. You've reached out, I've grabbed the cup, and fuck, you pulled it back away from me. I don't know that I want to grab this cup again. Divine feminine, you've got to trust in your masculine, okay? Because what they have in this cup to offer, and this is what's really, really cool, is healing, okay? We got the Healer of the Ages card with this. So, you know, you can sit. You don't have to jump on the cup that the divine masculine is offering. You can sit. You can go within. You can process it. You can feel it out. But I want you guys to understand that in this cup of love that they are offering to us, there is great healing that is coming from the divine with what they are presenting, what they are bringing forward. So the next card for the divine feminine is the 8 of Cups. And this is the divine feminine, kind of like some of us not being sure, like, you know, we've got our arms crossed at this cup they're offering, and we're like, well, you know what, maybe I need to just turn my back for a couple minutes and look around and see if there's something else. And see if I'm missing something. Go and kind of search and see if there's something else out there that's not right. And I want to say that this card is really playing into something that's been happening with a lot of the divine feminine over the past couple weeks. And I'm going to get off track just for a minute to talk about it, because a lot of the divine feminine are experiencing men. And I'm saying this for the women, but I'm also saying this for the divine feminine males. So they're finding suitors all of a sudden, let's say. So that all of a sudden, chicks are getting hit on, dudes are getting hit on. People are asking us out on dates. Like, it's crazy. There's all these people coming out of the woodwork. And I kind of feel like that this is, you know, the divine feminine is seeing all of these offers that are coming up. And kind of like, well, I know what my masculine is offering me right now, and I don't know if I can trust it completely, because every time I reach for the cup, they take the cup back and run the other direction. So maybe I need to go and explore these other options with these other people. And all I want to say about that is, you know what your truth is. If you feel you need to explore other options, then do what your higher self tells you. If you know your truth and you know that your divine masculine twin is your twin and is the only one for you, and anything else, anyone else would be settling for something so much less than what we deserve, then I say go take a peek down that path. Go take the walk. There's no negative experience, okay? They're just experiences, okay? But you're going to see that you're going to come back to this place of the 9 of Cups, where you realize that the cup you were looking for here was the cup that the masculine, it's true, was the cup that the masculine was offering all along. That was the 9th cup, okay? The cup you went to find was the cup that they were holding for you. And they will continue to hold space for you if you feel that you need to go and explore this. But, you know, remember, they're the ones holding the cup. They're the one that wishes will be fulfilled with. So the last card I have for this reading for you guys that goes with the union is the Sun. And this comes after the 9 of Cups. And the Sun card is truly about all the wishes being fulfilled, okay? This is probably one of the best cards. It's about, you know, really bathing in love, emotions, feelings, being this newborn baby, feeling the sun nurture you. And that's what the love between you and your twin, that unconditional love, is going to bring you. It's going to bring you this warm bath of just complete and total tranquility, happiness, peace. Now that's not to say that there's not going to be challenges along the way, okay? Nobody's perfect. We're not going to be, again, like the fairy tale, la 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 la, we're going to go off to the castle and never have another bad day in our lives. There's always going to be things to work on. But all of our happiness, all of our love, all of our joy will come from us stepping into our emotions, stepping into our heart, honoring what we ourselves are going through as well as what our twins are going through right now. This is not easy for them. I want to just make it very clear that just because we are not seeing them suffering in pain in the 3D, okay, that they're not complaining and crying and falling to pieces and whatever, just because we're not seeing that doesn't mean they're not going through it. So you have to honor that and support that and love them through that. So yeah, guys, that's the reading. It really is a beautiful reading. I feel that, you know, this stuff that's going on right now, we're going to continue to experience this probably for about another week. But the masculine is rising. The feminine is rising. The masculine is rising. Our vibration, our frequency is getting so high. We are becoming so strong, so powerful. We are really, like, our gifts are just expanding right now. All of this energy is just incredibly expansive. Our hearts are expanding. Our minds are expanding. Our bodies are physically changing. And you need to honor it, and you need to respect it, and you need to be thankful and appreciative for it. I want you to continue to have faith. Have faith in everything you know to be your truth. Think back a month ago, a few weeks ago, you know, I said, fuck everybody. I know my truth. Fuck that. I know my truth. You've got to stick with that mantra. You have to stay in a place of knowing. We are coming so close to the end of the tunnel. I don't even know if that's right to say, because I don't know that we're ever going to come to an end of a tunnel. There's always going to be continued movement forward. And the important thing as we continue to move forward is to not to look for the light at the end of the tunnel, but to look at the light that we're radiating from ourselves as we move forward through that tunnel. There is no light waiting for us at the end. We are the only light that's in the tunnel. Ourselves and our collective, the people who are with us walking our same path. And I kind of have the vision of like Iron Man, where he's got that big light in the center of his chest, or a car with the headlights. We are the car. We are Iron Man's suit with this light shining in front of us. And we can only see so far ahead. We can't see to the end. We can't see what's, 4 feet, 5 feet ahead of us, but we can see in front of us. And that's all we need to see is our next few steps. We need not worry about the picture at the end. We just need to stay focused on what we can see in front of us. And as our light continues to expand from our heart and gets brighter and brighter and brighter, more of that tunnel, more of the area will be illuminated. So we will be able to see further and further ahead as we move forward, as we continue to heal and as we continue to purge. So remember, don't look for the light outside of yourself. Look for the light that's in you, that you can allow to radiate out to light your path. That comes from being your authentic self. That comes from being in your own knowing and understanding of your truth. So you guys, with that, I'm going to end for today. You guys have a beautiful, wonderful weekend. Again, happy Mother's Day. Please click the subscribe button, share the videos, share the Facebook, the cards for the day on Facebook, you guys. I also want to say that it's almost a year that Shamama was born, and I'm thinking about doing some sort of little anniversary special for you guys. I think it's like the 26th or the 30th or something was my first video I ever made. So I want to wish everybody else, in addition to myself, a happy anniversary this month of May, for us all making it another year on this journey. So with that, guys, I am sending so much love and light, gratitude and blessings, always beautiful souls. I love you so much. Have a great week. Mwah. Love you guys, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.